finally arrived. A bit fresh out of the shower. That's what real magic is. So, here we are one more time, fresh out of the box. Fresh out of the green screen, the black screen. It's never what it's never what I think it is. It's always way too mystical and magical. So here you are. Here I am. Enjoy it, whatever it might be. So that's it. I am a candle. So here we are. Great. Finally. Like I said, it's it's always something different than what I thought it might be, you know. Danny. Hello, beautiful young. Hello. It's always something different, you know. It's so interesting because I was planning to just sit here and then happy rising, just loading video. I pulled cards. You know, it's interesting because I was planning to just sit here and then I do this live stream, and then some days it's working, some days it's not working. So it is what it is. I am what I am. That's good. So, like I said, fresh out of the box, fresh out of the shower. Sometimes I was stinking. Sometimes I'm looking fresh. You know, whatever. It's funny to me because I know how to empty out myself to the point and really get into my subconscious mind and then see like all these hidden things, these occulted things. And then sometimes I feel like, okay, I have to hold myself together to structure myself and then do things in this reality, and then It's. I mean, I don't know how to describe. I mean, I think I'm good at describing it, but it's somehow so interesting because I know I never go anywhere. I know my two eyes are fooling me all the time. I know I'm one with everything. I know I'm mirroring myself. I know I speak in iMessages because I am the mirror to my subconscious mind. I am the mirror to myself. I am the screen. I am the room. I know that. But actually, of course, to survive here, I have to get into my ego brain, into my reptilian brain, which gets into neurochemistry and brain chemistry. Like Deltron 3030 said, upgrade your brain matter, your gray matter, because one day it may matter. Yeah, Danny, what did you say? Hello, beautiful Jan, happy rising. Just loading video. I pulled cards. You look good, bro. Bro, I feel you. What you talking about? You look great. Balance in all things. Yes. The black hole, right? Yeah, like the thing is to me that right. Like the four owls said, for example, if you get into the four owls, um, life and the balance rise through the challenge. And I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid of the fall. I'm not afraid of atom. I'm not afraid of the atom. And I know I can even go deeper, which gets into this Tuan Falun and Falun Gong, Falun Dafa, and talking to myself and, like falling really deep into the iceberg, into the subconscious realm where I'm then operating and uplifting things, uplifting myself, uplifting my whole room. And basically, if I uplift everything, if I uplift myself, I uplift the whole thing. And this is why it's so like I was getting the looks of everyone, which is myself, when I was going like stinking, like pissed to work and everything, and I'm like, okay, should I do the complete opposite and show myself and look good and fresh, and somehow I know it's all empty. I know that I'm very like everything is basically empty, or like if we get into Danny, I was sending you that, 13 BMES 13. I never said that actually. It's the first time I said that. This Instagram channel is very interesting to me because he's or she's, whoever that is, this mirror is sharing a lot of subconscious things. And he or she is about, I'll show you. He or she is about waking, living lucid dream. I don't exist. I'm not real. Projection into matter. 13 battery magnets charging. I fall into the oblivion, right like the image of the thinking man with the world on his shoulders. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I am, it seems like, yeah, Danny, that's what you said, and I know I'm talking to myself. I'm talking basically all the time to myself. That's what I do. I just talk to myself, and see there is the subconscious realm, and it sounds kind of bizarre for most people, maybe. But I don't care because I know what I talk about is very true. 1344 wins. words and mirrors, blue and red, it's all basically the same thing. It all comes out of the black hole, which is nothing, which is the rainbow, which means that I am the whoever, like call it whatever. It's a word. It's a world. It's center of the tornado. Yes, Danny, that was interesting when you were saying that with the tornado a few days ago when I was then going out of my my part mind. There was a lot of wind there. And that means basically, like with this whole situation that I perceive, that it is myself. It is myself. Grab those bullhorns. Yeah, write it. Yeah, I know. I know it's myself, so I do my best. It's like, but it's also standing, in the Falun that then these qigong masters say like they do their best, and then yeah, grab the bullhorn and ride it, ride the wave. It served the wave, It's like I only see mirrors and reflections of myself. I know that, especially with all these masks, and then that's all we can do. Yes, especially with all these masks, it's ninjas like walking around like this, and I know how powerful I am. That's why I say, like the last few days I was charging myself up with like around 20 minutes 20 minute runs. I was getting myself some earth runners, like to really run outside as barefoot as I can. But with all these crazy things that we produce, I get a bit of like a soul. I get a bit of a soul of light on my soles, very thin, in order to run as barefoot as I can, to breathe better, and to create whatever. Yeah, so it's 1:44. John Roberts, 8 seconds. Get the grounding bread sheets, bro. I love them. Get the grounding bread sheets. I'm just going to become a riding hood in green. Yeah, like I had so much like tangling up in my hair, and then I was like scraping all these knots out, which I produced for myself, I know that. But like I said, when I was on this run, I figured out for myself that I am a hybrid. I'm a hybrid witcher, because I was seeing these public buses, these public transportation buses, which have the color of red, white, and black, which is also the color of the dojo where I am, and which is the color of the old germs, and which not gets into like, how's it called, like the ancient king. It's not a king, it's the monarchy of Germany, like this old Preußen, or how is it called, I don't know, which also gets into the Indo-Germanic race or whatever, which gets then in the end it gets into like all these spiraling things of, okay, we get into the Egyptians, we get into culture, we get into chematics, we get into the black race and the white race, and we fuse it together to become gray, and it gets into gray matter, and then we get into like dream states and dream loops, and spiraling up, spiraling down, north, south, west, east, center point, which is heart, which is green, which is my tricks, which is matrix, which is my own tricking. I only trick myself out. And then we get into like, okay, I cultivate myself because I'm royal blue with golden shinings out of myself. And it sounds so bizarre, right? When I say that, you're like, oh, this guy is completely lost. He has to go to the psychologist, whatever. I'm like, yo, what does the psychologist do? What does he do? I know I'm the mirror to myself. I know I just mirror, like, do you know how intelligent I am? I know I'm the freaking word. Because there is nothing. In the beginning, there was the word, which is the world, which is what I speak. So as I speak, so shall it become. So that means my power is my language. I figured that out, especially during the last days when I was, it's funny to me because I see so many people opening up their mouths, and especially, in this device here, in this black thing, in this black box. There's so many. What do you do? I'm just going to become Riding Hood in green. Bad law. Law, my hair is a bird's nest. Yeah, it was. Mine was also. Start at bottom of here. At bottom of here, yeah, John Roberts, good idea. Hello, John. Yeah, bro. Yo, what's up, guys? What are you training? Right. Usually, psychologists just throw pills at people. Like not mine. He was very good. He was like good because he was triggering a lot of black melanated things. I don't know if he knows about that, but he was triggering me into the fall, into the trauma, into the dream, into the tea room, which is 33 G's crossing the spine, all these things. 33 vertebrae, sacred secretion, all these things, and then you cross yourself into something. But yeah, so like I said, sometimes, it might be good to mirror myself, and then it's true. I do start at the bottom. Do you know about word lexigramming? Word lexigramming? No, explain that to me, John. But hey, let me continue here. So, whatever. He was just triggering me into the fall, and then, as you fall, you will rise. It's these things again. But like I said, I keep repeating all these things because they are so sourced and true. But sometimes maybe I have to get away from source, although I could never really go away from source since I am source. If I know I'm source, like, there is nothing which is like, I know I look out of my window. Anal logging, like anal logging, so I should get into my anal. Yeah, whatever. It's my tubes. I know that. So, like I said, I'm a hybrid. I'm a switcher. I switch between things. So from diesel, petrol, oil to electricity, I'm a hybrid switcher. I observe the whole thing, and then I can get somewhere, pick it, get somewhere else, pick it, get somewhere else, whatever. But yeah, this also gets, of course, into diet and deity, switching between different things, tolerating different foods, tolerating different people, tolerating the whole world in order to widen my spectrum of experiences. And then, yeah, like I said, I know I look out of the window into the black hole, into the coffee pot, since everything might seems to be a black coffee pot that you cannot see. You so saying what I pulled in my cards. Yeah, I mean this is what how the ether grid works basically. We see. I would say, like since I know I look out of the window, it's about the imagination. Our imagination could give us wings since we create through the mind, we create through the imaginational process, and we live in this giant hall of mirrors. So that's how I know I keep mirroring myself and others, since I then know, okay, I'm the waking, living, lucid dream, and I basically don't exist. Nothing exists. I know that, since I'm not really here. I only observe what is going on. But then the quest to me might be, if there are actually other beings, are they aware of what I see and what is basically occurring, since we are all basically like empty and dead. And only through this dying, we can then figure out that we keep mirroring each other to ourselves and we live in this illusion. That's how it is. And I know I'm this giant black hole which you can throw everything into and it becomes this giant coffee pot. And we can get into like even pixels and zooms and rooms and whatever, cameras. We can zoom into every different fractal. And it's so funny to me because, like, are these beings actually aware of what occurs, or are they just repeatedly reflecting what everybody else does, although they're just layers of something which was mirrored to them? You get what I'm saying? This is the complete fucked up retarded thing with the whole word. Since I know how to decode words, I know I do not know how far this could actually go, but I know I'm pretty good at like getting deeper into different words, or deeper into my consciousness, into my mirror. I know how to do that. But then I see through these layers, and this is why I can see also through the mind programs of somebody else. And this is what scares them, because I can literally if I look into them, some people might say, I hack somebody with my eyes. Although I'm just looking at them, I'm like, bro, I just don't say something. And then just afraid of me. Because I know my powers. I know who I am, And this is why I can see behind these things. And this scares a lot of people, because they're like, oh shit, I see these mind programs which beings are run by. Because basically, everything should be empty. And we are empty. Nothing is there. And I can do that because I was so deep into myself. I was emptying myself so much out. So then I was figuring out, because I was empty, how do I interact with things when I put them inside of me? When I put my hands onto something. I keep my hands to myself, And I'm like, even, since I know I'm this black hole, I know how to balance my body out. If we would talk about like vaccinations and shit, you know how freaking powerful I am? Smoke signals. I am the freaking world. I know that. And I could basically destroy everything just with a recent thought. And I destroy things through becoming friends with it. I'm going to show you that. I could get the freaking vaccine if somebody would be like, I would transmute this into my freaking hair color, which is golden clear reddish, and then I would piss it out. I would readjust and loop it, and then I would figure out what actually happened in the other lab, which was already myself. And I would be like, I told you how it worked. I told you this. But you were so freaking numbed to accept it and tolerate it. But I tolerated your shit that you produced for whoever. That's how it is. So I'm like, okay, give me your fucking needles. Give me that. Like here, give me your freaking shot. I piss it out. I readjust your shit. And then I talk to myself on the black mirror again. And I'm going to sit here right in front of you. The same thing. And told you how this shit worked. That's what I do. Because I just open up my mouth and what comes out is just true. Because I am this black hole, the subconscious matter, which is destroying all of your shit as retarded layers that you thought were real. That's how it is. You can throw everything into the dragon, which is me, the dragon wagon, and I spit complete fire truth out into the black hole once again. And it just becomes empty because I am everything. I am everything. And it doesn't matter what it is. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you with all your shit ass things. I accept you, I tolerate you, but I told you in the very first beginning that it was not necessary. It was not necessary. I'm going to say this one more time. Your vaccinations are not necessary, but I tolerate your shit. And if you tell me that we have to do this in order to move on, I'm like, hey, I love you, give me your shit. I transmute that once again into gold because I am already dead. I'm a vampire. And I suck your shit that you give to beautiful souls out. I transmute it into complete gnosis and then spit it right in your fucking faces again. That's what I do. So I love you once again. Like, this is fucking shit retarded. You don't know who I am. So then you feel me. Then he says, well, John, we will make us a cup of coffee someday. We already made one. You basically do it already, but I learned about it back in the day from Linda Goodman. Linda, oh, that was funny because Linda, Linda whatever, was, she was like, I had the last haircut a few years ago, and I don't see the reason why I should cut my hair because it's beautiful. Although sometimes it's a freaking nest. But yeah, Linda Hollis was her name. Linda Goodman. I'm a good man. I'm a god man. It's using a word to make another word, to make other words out of the word. What is going on here? Out of it's using word to make other words out of the word you are working on and from thoughts with those words. Yeah, now communicating smoke signals. Right, I love you, Jan. Right. High fives from Danny, right. Thank you. Right, when you said what about the vaccinations, the chat ran down. Right when you said that about vaccinations, the coffee cheers. Why didn't you said that about the vaccination? The chat went down on my computer. Well, lovely. Yeah, I know I'm freaking powerful. I know that. That's why I'm like reddish blonde hair with complete whoever the fuck. I'm going to drink my piss once again. See you in a minute. This is all retarded. I love you. No, I just give you this outlook here, and then you can think about this here. Oh, come on. Like this, maybe. I don't know if you can read it. Maybe you can. Maybe you can read. Oh, wait. Okay, like this. Like so. Oh, wait. Okay, like this is a nice view. Alright, there you go. And then like this. Gona is, by the way, my girlfriend's name. This looks good, huh? Yeah. Alright. Guide to a pair of wands. You must be coming with seed, green and golden colors, my old school colors. Yeah. So where have we been? Oh yeah, true. Kindergarten children. Why? Why kindergarten children? Because see the royal blue in the background. The eyes are fooling either way, but I just give as much as I can. There you have royal blue. There you have the duality aspect of white and black. And why kindergarten children? Oh yeah, because kindergarten children, because I have to teach literally everyone, because everybody is so freaking layered up and retarded. It's funny. But it's, I mean, yeah, it's funny because it's all a joke. It's all a joke. You know, like Danny pulled some cards, hearts, arts. It's all empty. It's all just layered and shelled up. And it has to be, because otherwise we wouldn't experience anything, right? Like, it would just be a vortex of whatever. It would just be empty. Like, it is empty. Every chakra is a vortex. And what is a vortex? Oh yeah, true. It's a donut. The donut is empty in the middle. But still, you know, oh yeah, I get my fitness trainer A license. That's a lie. But yeah, whatever. I need some things in culture, because I have to go through culture in order to go back into source, into nothing, into the next realm, into the next word, into the next world, into the higher self, into the grid, whatever. But see, I get it. I have to play this certain things in culture. Oh yeah, you know what? Since I am this black hole, which you can throw everything into, I shit all of this out, which culture gives. You know, I just like, the human avatar functions the way that it is self-sustaining. It wants to have energy, because it is the imagination, which is the energy, which is the energy. And culture, however, is this pushing through aspect, this everlasting flow of consciousness, this looking out and going in to push and pull things through the system. But through, you know, I feel also like this freaking needles already. I feel that already. Because I'm like, this is how the subconscious vampiric shit culture works. And I'm so powerful and so compassionate and so lovely that I tolerate that, because I see this aspect of the bigger picture of the mosaic thing, where we can zoom into different things, and I'm like, okay, somehow we were producing this shit in order to ingest it somewhere, because we think this might be beneficial for whatever reason, to play this game out and to get so far away from source, to experience ourselves in another way. And this is why we basically have this population controls again, in order to come back to source, when it was already us. It was already myself. And this is the very funny aspect of culture. And this is very well described in the Tzuan Falun, how to cultivate yourself back, to go back to your higher self, to the true original self. And this is why I know that I am Father Time. I am the emitter of consciousness. I am the emitter of drugs, of feelings, of neural brain chemistries. I know if I am going to hit myself with a stick, which gets into PIDA, and basically, like I was talking about that with the inner fire activation with PIDA stick and releasing adrenaline basically through that. And then we see, okay, to perceive this culture thing, which is an illusion, which is a hall of mirrors, I have to literally tap into my fight and flight mode in order to move on. Hey, excrement. And we can tap into different aspects of our brain in order to be like, okay, let's move on, let's do something else. And this seems to be the thing which humans have to do in order to survive here, in order to accept the things, although it was very easily in myself already. And this is the bizarre aspect to me of culture, and the bizarre aspect of humans, of hybrids, of the human consciousness, because it was too retarded to see itself. So, like I said, from diesel, petrol, oil to electricity, I'm a hybrid switcher, carnivore to breatharian, P switcher, tolerance, B, a bee who flies around, tolerance, tolerate, through all deities and deities and diets and deities and diets and deities and foods and foots and farts and hearts and arts, whatever, words and mirrors and interesting things to survive. Reflecting and ingesting and having pain and releasing something and putting in and giving and vortexing, donuting, doing and nothing and whatting. At the start I was in my heart, in the end I was in the head. Yeah, excellent. I mean, is that the goal to like, okay, I see every being as a lighthouse in and of itself. That means everybody is growing in themselves and falling in themselves, which gets into the curving, into the wave, into the breathing, into the soham, into the lineage